Welcome back to Sport on 7 this week from the national course in the capital at the Abu Dhabi Golf Club for the HSBC Golf Championship. So, just for the next few minutes, however, we will turn our attention to mainly football, but local sport in general. It's been an amazing few days for the UAE national side. They've won the Golf Cup of Nations in Bahrain, beating Iraq 2-1. I've been speaking to Chris Bacardi with all the news and the reaction from such a great tournament for the country. Well, from the capital to the bright lights of Dubai, and once again joined by Chris Bacardi from Sport 360, and we're here to discuss, of course, the biggest local story of recent times is the UAE winning the Golf Cup of Nations, the first time since 2007, beating Iraq in Bahrain. What a win.
A magical night in Manama, you could say, Tom. A wonderful victory for the UAE. Of course, the seeds were sown way back at the London Olympics. Mahdi Ali with the under-23 side. Of course, all the hard work that's now gone into that over the course of the last few months. 11 games now unbeaten, 5 wins on the bounce in Bahrain. They're Gulf Cup champions, as you rightly point out, 6 years after their first victory here in 2007. And it really does, a real hallmark of this side has been their swashbuckling play. And we saw that in the final, a great performance. Of course, it had the drama, it had the theatre, we had the extra time, and in the end, Ismail Al-Hamadi, the Al-Ali winger, with the goal, and a great victory for the UAE.
Omar Abdurrahman, of course, the Al Ain playmaker and such a talent, got things underway for the UAE, scoring the opener, and he really does have a bright future ahead of him, doesn't he? He
does indeed, Tom. Of course, named player of the tournament afterwards. He was the real magician of that show on Friday evening in Manama. He was just absolutely amazing, and it's just a kind of come to fruition again. He really showed the world what he was capable of in London in the summer. Of course, he then went and had that trial at Manchester City, the 2 weeks he spent with Roberto Mancini's side, and it was interesting. This past week, Yaya Toure here with the Ivory Coast preparing for the African Nations Cup, he was speaking to some journalists here, and he actually said that in training Omar was at a par with David Silva. Now that just tells you how much obviously other players and other peers are thinking of this kid. A wonderful future does beckon for the lad, and surely a move to the Europe in the coming years. It has to happen. He's only 21. He's did his schooling in the UAE, his football education here in the UAE, but surely, as I say, a move to Europe will beckon sooner rather than later.
Asmo Jan of Al Ain was also speaking to me the other day and saying how much Omar impresses him, so he really does have a lot to look forward to. And of course, where did the UAE go from here? The last World Cup appearance for the side was 1990 in Italy, but 2018 and Russia really is an ambition to aim for now, isn't it?
And it's a realistic one as well, Tom. Of course, this is a young side. We look at the likes of Omar Abdurrahman, just 21 years of age. I look at Aymar Abdurrahman as well in his early 20s. So this is a team that will continue to evolve, will continue to grow over the coming years. And not just the World Cup in 2018, which of course is the long-term target for this UAE side, but we also have the Asian Cup 2015 in Australia. Of course, Japan are the defending champions there. But in Mahdi Ali's first game in charge, they travelled to Japan. Just a 1-0 defeat. They showed then that they are capable of mixing it with the big boys in the region, so I don't see any reason why this UAE team on the back of this Gulf Cup can't kick on and do great things in the coming years.
Chris Bacardi from Sport 360, thank you very much. Looking forward to seeing you in Moscow for the final of the World Cup in 2018 between England and the UAE.
That would be Scotland and UAE, Tom, but yes, I'd love to see that one, Scotland versus the UAE, my adopted home against, of course, my homeland, and it'd be a great final as well.
The UAE is realistically possibly in the final, Scotland never. Thank you very much, and back to the golf course. And continuing the local sport theme, here we are joined by Jake Shepherd, MENA Talk winner 2011. Unlike Chris Bacardi, he's had a haircut in the last few days, which is good to see. Jake, thanks for joining me. And of course, here we are, Abu Dhabi HSBC Golf Championship. But having tournaments like this in the UAE for a golfer like yourself, it really is great to watch these guys, isn't it?
It is. It's a bit of an inspiration and a real boost to my mentality, to be honest. It just makes you want to work hard to get out here and join the guys, and the buzz here, the crowd, everyone's having fun. Drinking a little bit, it's nice to see. It really is.
Orange juices, we must just stress there. But you know, for a golfer, you know, who's had some success in your career like you have, and travelled the world playing golf, but obviously you want to reach the top of the game. What can you take from the players who are at the top of their game, unlike Rory and Tiger, who aren't at the moment? Obviously, well, this weekend certainly weren't. But what can you take from these guys when you're watching them from the sidelines into your game?
Yeah, anytime you can get up close and personal with the best in the world and just learn the little idiosyncrasies of what they're doing is a real opportunity. You have to learn and keep learning, and just the way they handle themselves and the way they just manage their way around the golf course. So, and handle the whole situation too. There's a lot going on around them, and they manage to handle it.
And obviously a lot has been said about Rory's $250 million deal with Nike Golf, and it's a lot of money, and he didn't perform here this weekend, of course, and there's a lot of pressure, and lots of people talk about golf. You know, you are really a lonely figure out there when the pressure is on, because you don't have any teammates to fall back on. As a golfer, how do you deal with that pressure when it's on you?
I mean, I'm not aware with how to deal with that size of pressure just yet, but I'm sure it is in his mind. It must be. All the extra commitments he's had, all the talk there has been, which hasn't been about his golf, not even a little bit. It's about how much you're earning, and he's been put into a whole new dimension now. He's a global megastar, so there must be some added pressures there.
Absolutely, and you'll feel that on the fairways, won't you? But for you, obviously that mean a tour win in 2011. What's next for Jake Shepherd on the golfing calendar?
I'm going to be back out playing now after the injury, fully fit, ready to go, and I'll be out in Asia a lot this year. All the way through until September time, and then back to try and retake my MENA title.
And of course the Desert Swing next year as well, hoping to be a part of that.
Massively, yeah. That's the main objective for me, is to prove myself all over again, do it, and earn my invitations or even my card to play in these events and take it from there.
Absolutely. Jake, thanks for speaking to us. Best of luck with the rest of the year, and we wish you all the best.
Thank you.
And that's your lot for Sport on 7 this week. What a busy 30 minutes of golfing action we've brought to you. And of course, it's not the last of the golf in 2013. We'll be in Dubai very soon for the Desert Classic, the third and final tournament on the Desert Swing. We start things off here in the capital, go to Qatar next, and then it's back in Dubai. And Sport on 7 will be in Dubai at the Emirates Golf Club for the Desert Classic. We're looking forward to seeing you there. For now, though, well done, Jamie Donaldson. I'm Tom Bushell. Goodbye.